believe it or not, we are currently on a boat from Europe to Asia. Now, it's a pretty short boat trip. It's from the European side of Istanbul to the Asian side of Istanbul, and we're going to be bringing you guys on a food tour of the Asian side of Istanbul. This right here over this side is the European side, and here's the Asian side. So let's go and explore the Asian side of Istanbul and have a little bit of a food tour.
A quick 20-minute boat ride later and we are in Asia. Wait, I can show you exactly when my foot touches the Asian continent for the first time. We made it! I cannot express in words how excited I am or how excited we are. I assume Luke is similarly excited. Bye bye! So we are exploring in and around the Kadıköy area today, which is obviously, as I said already, on the Asian side of Istanbul, and we are right now on the hunt for something to eat. So let's do this.
Our first stop today on this Turkish food tour around the Asian side of Istanbul is called Ciğerci Hulusi. Now, probably butchering that, but we ordered basically a Adana kebab, which is like the spicy version of an Adana kebab. Supposedly very, very tasty, and it obviously comes from the specific area of Adana, which is in the southeast of Turkey. And we also got a chicken version of the Adana kebab as well, and the sides just came as well.
Ciğerci?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So you say Ciğerci Hulusi.
Okay.
I just asked just to be sure.
Perfect. Now it's really funny, the waiters just brought us out some sides and they actually look amazing, but they brought a particular tray that I genuinely thought was a tray of napkins, but it's actually a tray of bread. It's so cool.
Bread.
Oh wow.
It is hot and spicy.
Spicy, okay.
Spicy.
Wow, thank you.
Oh.
Ah yeah,
Hot.
okay. Thank you.
Teşekkürler.
Have a look at this absolute feast that we have before us. Some of the meat just came out, and obviously, as you can see, we have so many different sides that we can try right now. Naomi just tried some of this stuff here, and she said it actually tasted like bruschetta.
A little bit, yeah. It's like tomatoey, a little bit like some herbs in there, some onions in there, so it tastes a little bit like bruschetta. And we tried these here before. The last time I tried it, it was very spicy, so I'm going to go in for another, you know me, I have to try everything.
Spicy.
This one is not as spicy as the last one, but very tasty.
Food looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to try some of this meat as well. We got some grilled vegetables, whatever this is, bruschetta tasting dish. And there you got some onions, mint, more onions. It all looks really amazing.
On our way in on the boat, actually, I was talking to Luke. Usually when we film these types of food tours, we try and order very little, so that we can sample as many restaurants basically as possible. But this is not a little amount of food. This is a lot of food.
It is. It's a lot of food. I can't imagine how full we're going to be after this. We're definitely going to have to walk around.
Yeah, do like a little stroll after the first meal just to empty ourselves out for the next place, basically.
For sure. They just keep bringing more and more food out. They just brought the Adana kebab out, and it's apparently a little bit on the spicy side of life. So have a look here. This is the traditional Adana style kebab. They also brought some more flatbread out. So Naomi is loading up some flatbread to try some kebab as well.
So I'm currently working on building like a little wrap type of situation for myself. So I just had some of the red sauce, some pickled onions, some of these like spicy little peppers, I believe. Let's put a grilled onion in there as well.
Oh, it looks really good.
Wrap the entire thing up.
Wrap it up and pop it in your gobble.
Oh, if it doesn't fall out, oh, the spicy guy has to come as well. Oh yeah.
Tasty.
This is amazing. So good.
So I just had a bite of the spicy Adana kebab, and it is absolutely amazing, jam-packed with spices and so much flavor going on. I'm gonna give you guys another little bite here. Unbelievable. So juicy, so fresh, and as I said, packed full of spices, so I'm feeling the heat right now on my tongue. And these skewers as well. I was doing it like an absolute amateur, trying to get the meat off of the skewer. I was trying to basically drag it off with a fork, but then the guy showed us you basically take a palm full of this napkin bread, you grab your skewer, pop it in your hand, and you slide it off, and there you go, pop it in your gob. Perfect. Alright guys, so we just wrapped up that meal, and oh my god, let me tell you something, that was delicious. Every single one of those sides, the Adana kebab, the shish kebab on the kind of skewers, everything was 10 out of 10. Honestly, come and try this place out if you are ever on the Asian side of Istanbul. And right now we're enjoying some Turkish chai just to wash it all down.
As always, if you want to see or visit any of the restaurants that we are visiting in this video today, make sure to check out the description, because we're going to put the names and the address and everything that you might possibly need down in the description below. So after the meal, they gave us this little candy. They even have it branded in their own restaurant name and colors, and it tastes like clove, and it's supposed to make you stop smelling like onion because of how much onion we just had. But yeah, it tastes really interesting. It tastes a little bit like Christmassy. And what I really love about the Turkish restaurants is that they give you this little wet cloth at the end of the meal, which is sometimes, this one here is even cold, so that you have a cold wet cloth basically to clean your hands. And I'm carrying these around everywhere where I go, because obviously I'm touching everything, I'm touching all of the cats, I'm eating a lot and stuff like that, so you get those at the end of your meal. The entire meal came down to 222 Turkish lira, which is so affordable. I think it's around 13 or 14 euros, something like that, and it was one of the best meals that we had since we started traveling, so definitely consider checking out the restaurant.
Yeah, our bellies are certainly full and warm, and we definitely are gonna go for a little bit of a walk around and explore the area of Kadıköy on the Asian side of Istanbul. Let's go. We are so excited and we are ready and fueled up to explore.
We just came to one of the kind of side streets, I believe, here in Kadıköy, and we were just kind of planning to go on a stroll for digestion, but everywhere you look there's just food. So olives, burnt nuts, then you have kind of fruits and tea and honey. I saw honeycomb already. You have everything here, and it makes it really difficult not to try everything. I just want to have a look at this. I would like to go through that entire shelf and give every single olive a try.
Walking around the area of Kadıköy, we stumbled across a market, and it's literally shoe heaven here. You have every shoe brand under the sun that you can think of, even even Birkenstocks. They've got Nikes, they've got Converse, everything that you could desire, all here, and it's all at a reasonable price as well. We saw some shoes for like 150 lira, but just have a look here behind me, all the way down here. You literally have like half a kilometer of nothing but shoe markets. Loads of different designer brands as well that you can buy here. And I'm sure if you're any good at bargaining down the price, I'm sure they'll be happy to do that as well.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm a little bit under the impression that the Asian side of Istanbul seems to be a little bit more on the cheaper side than the European side. So even for the food, I kind of felt like that would have been a lot Like maybe not a lot more, but maybe like 20%, 30% or something like that.
It's less touristy here for sure. You definitely get a totally different and unique vibe in comparison to the European side.
And even on like the shoe market and stuff, kind of shoes that would have cost like maybe 200 or 350 lira. 200 or 350 lira on the European side. They're kind of around 100, 150 here in the official store, so not like in the side market. So I do believe it might be a little bit cheaper here.
The area of Kadıköy certainly feels like the hip place to be. There's so many young people around in comparison to the European side. There definitely is not this many young people buzzing around, and you see so many hipster style cafes and restaurants, etc., that are all scattered around this part of Istanbul. It's really amazing, and it's great to see that young, fresh entrepreneurial spirit here in Istanbul. So strolling around Kadıköy, and we came down to water, and oh my god, this is absolutely beautiful. How nice is this area?
This is just crazy. It doesn't feel like you're in the big city anymore. It kind of, like as you can see behind me here, or behind us, it really feels like you're in a small village by the ocean. There's loads and loads of people here sitting around in the park, just casually enjoying their day, playing the guitar. I just see two young men there playing the guitar. So this area is just so beautiful and stunning. You wouldn't believe you're in Istanbul anymore.
Yeah, it's nuts. I think, as far as I can tell anyways from Google Maps, we are looking out right now at the Sea of Marmara, and it is absolutely stunning. I think the Bosphorus sort of ends just over in this direction, and then it flows out to the Sea of Marmara, and wow, look at how stunning this is. Even off there in the distance, I think those are the Prince's Islands, which is somewhere that we saw a lot of people were booking tickets to go out to those islands from where we got our boat from Kabataş on the European side of Istanbul. And wow, it's a beautiful, crisp, blue, clear, sunny day here, and you can just see for miles. I can see sailing boats and everything just off here in the distance. Wow, Istanbul, you are beautiful. I'll tell you what, guys, if you are struggling to make a decision on an area to stay in Istanbul, it's an amateur move if you book on the European side, and that's exactly what we did, unfortunately.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Exactly. Please book something on the Kadıköy/Asian side of Istanbul, because walking around here, it is unbelievable how much more of a unique feeling that you get on this side of the city. It's just such a laid back sort of chill vibe. You have so many options for things to do, but it's also, as I said, just so much more chill than the European side. The European side just seems to be a crazy mess of cars and motorbikes everywhere. My god, look at this. There's literally like 25 cats around this trash can here waiting for some food. But yeah, European side, it just seems to be just a crazy mess of people. It's too crowded, and it's because of how crowded the European side is, it just feels overall like it's more messy, trashy, and very warm. But here on the Asian side, it is definitely cheaper. There seems to be less hustle and bustle. It's definitely more of a laid-back, chill experience. And yeah, just overall, we just get a better vibe here. So check out the Asian side. Even if you do stay on the European side, make sure to pop over and check out this area, because we are stunned at just how nice this place is.
Okay, so we made our way to one of the Çiğköfte places after having this nice stroll. We had a little bit of a digestive stroll, as we told you before. So this is the Çiğköfte place, and the man in there is just the best and funniest guy that we met so far, I believe, in Turkey. He's really lovely.
Yeah, he's a beautiful guy. He has a great personality, and he served us up what looks to be some delicious food. This is kind of like the vegan version of köfte, if you will. And I basically went for a dürüm that has the, how would you pronounce it? Çiğköfte?
I believe it's Çiğköfte.
Çiğköfte. And it is absolutely packed with fresh greens, and then he basically smudged a nice big spicy layer of that köfte around the bread, and I cannot wait to give this a try.
He even added a spicy sauce for us because we said we want spicy.
Yeah.
And I got one of the İçli köfte.
İçli köfte.
I didn't try it before yet, so I was going for one of these bad boys.
It's very interesting looking.
I believe they're filled with either, I said the vegetarian version as well. I'm not sure if I got a meat one or not, but I'm gonna keep you posted on what is inside of the İçli köfte.
But this food looks absolutely delicious.
Wow, the Çiğköfte and the İçli köfte were both absolutely amazing, super tasty. What do you think?
Unbelievable. Now, I don't usually go for anything that's vegan, but oh my god, the spice that was inside that dürüm wrap was just absolutely incredible. It really hit the spot. It had a nice bit of mint in there as well, and plenty of fresh vegetables, and it was out of this world. I definitely would have one again for sure, and my mouth is numb. It is literally numb right now. So well, good though.
He asked at the beginning if we wanted spicy or not spicy. We went for the spicy one, so you have to kind of live with the decision, I guess.
Incredibly affordable as well. It was very cheap. I think my dürüm wrap was like 25 lira, which is nothing.
Yeah, and my İçli köfte, by the way, was vegan as well, so there was kind of lentils and vegetables in there, and it was super tasty as well. So the İçli köfte and the Çiğköfte with 2 waters, it came down to 40 Turkish lira, which is nothing. Amazing. And both of us are let's say satisfied. That's the word.
Absolutely full, satisfied and happy. And now we got something a little bit on the sweet side. We got some beautiful Turkish baklava, and we also got an İzmir bombasi, which is like a chocolate-filled, exploding chocolate cookie of some sort. We went to a bakery here. It's called Akfirin, and the stuff they had in there, let me tell you something, we had to pull ourselves back and be like, we cannot spend all of our money that we have left because they had some incredible stuff in there. We
really had to try and regulate ourselves to not order everything, and that bakery, by the way, seems to be very popular with the locals as well. It was full of like elderly women, which usually is a sign that it's a very good bakery. Yeah, but I can't wait to try these sweet treats out. Alright guys, so we made it onto our boat, headed back to the European side, and we're going to sample some of these amazing sweet treats that we got in that Turkish bakery. What better place could there be for a degustation but on a ferry with some nice treats? Actually, like, we got the İzmir bombasi, and we got some baklava. Obviously we had baklava before, so I'm really curious to try this chocolate bomb before. It seems to be like a very thin pastry type of pastry. Kind of like almost phyllo dough, but yeah, but filled with chocolate. Chocolate. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just so much chocolate in there. It literally looks like half a jar of Nutella went inside. That's what it is. It's like, it's straight up Nutella, but it's very tasty. I'm gonna give this a go now, guys. Hopefully I won't have a chocolate
flavored mustache. Oh my god. That is delicious. It's almost a little bit like perverted. Like there's so much chocolate going on inside this right now. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Wow, that tastes amazing. I'm gonna have another bite.
Hey, not all.
I'm gonna eat this whole thing. It's windy.
Very windy. So we changed sides of the boat just to get a little bit better light. It might be too bright now here, but we still have some baklava to try. I love baklava, it's the best. The best of the best of the best. Never had actual Turkish or like baklava in Turkey. Let's give it a go.
Looks incredible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is amazing. The pistachio and the very thin phyllo type of dough with the sugary syrup or honey, depending on how they prepare it. I believe usually they put like a sugar reduction on the baklava. It is unbelievably tasty. I just want to put this entire thing in my mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Look at this view, guys. Absolutely stunning view here as we are heading back to the European side of Istanbul, and this doesn't get much better than this, guys. Wow, what a way to wrap up this amazing food tour of Kadıköy, of the Asian side of Istanbul, and off here in the distance is Europe. So guys, for now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao.